I'd like to go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's the special meeting for Monday, June 14th, 2021. And could we go ahead with roll call?
Sure.
Commissioner Glover, Commissioner Tier,
Here.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Here.
Commissioner Groves,
Here.
Commissioner Kamath,
Here.
and Chair Anderson.
Present, thank you.
You do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is public comment. I don't know if anything was submitted via email.
We did not receive any comments in advance. We do have a member of the public in attendance. So members of the public, if you'd like to make public comment for items not on the agenda, please use the raise your hand feature or dial *9 if you're calling in from a phone. Chair, there are no members of the public that have indicated they wish to make comments at this time.
Thank you. Item number 4 is approval of the minutes from our meeting on May 10th. You
So
should.
moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Sham Kamath and a second from Alan Groves. Is there any further discussion? I'd like to call for a vote.
A roll call vote is required for a virtual meeting.
Correct.
Thank you. Commissioner Tier,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Groves,
Yes.
Commissioner Kamath,
Aye.
Chair Anderson.
Yes,
Your motion passes unanimously.
thank you. Boy, we're going right through this. Item number 5, business items. We will be receiving an update and discuss assistant city manager hiring and staff liaison for the C-Job support. And I believe that update will be from our city manager, Craig Mallon.
Yes, ma'am. I'm very pleased to report that the city staff is replenishing itself. We will be adding an assistant city manager for community development. Her name is Amanda Rotella. She will be coming to us from Santa Cruz, and she starts July 12th. So her first day will be your next C-Jobs meeting. And then preceding her will be Trevin Barker, who will be assistant to the city manager for economic development. And he begins next Monday. And he will be, both of them will be stationed at Seaside Creates. And then we also have, I'll do the whole explanation. We also have an assistant manager, city manager, Ashley Collick, who started today, though she's been with the city for about 5 years in our rec department. So when we went out to recruit for a replacement for Leslie Milton, who has unfortunately left us, to find a new city manager and a new assistant city manager, as we did that, we had a very excellent crop of candidates. And as we were sifting through the crop, Amanda was terrific, and as was Trevin as well. And because we had the open positions of community development director and economic development program manager, the positions that were formerly filled by Gloria Stearns and Kurt Overmeyer, everyone, not just me, everyone on the panel said, Craig, don't let those other two get away. So we hired both Amanda and Trevin, and gave them assistant and assistant 2 titles to sort of expand their capacity and impact on the organization and community. And they will be arriving shortly, and they will be designated to be staff support for C-Jobs. So I want to tell you the whole story about how they got here, because they're going to be 2 new stars in our organization, and they'll be working for you. Happy to answer your question.
That's excellent news.
Terrific news, Craig. Could you repeat the names? I didn't get the last
Sure.
names.
Trevin Barker, most recently out of Hollister, and Amanda Rotella, Rotella, still finishing up in Santa Cruz.
And what is her title? Just to make sure that I have the title.
Her title will be Assistant City Manager,
Yes.
and Trevin's title will be Assistant to the City Manager.
Okay.
In the city management profession, there's sort of a gradient of administrative assistant, assistant to, assistant, sometimes deputy, and then my title.
Okay. Very good. And assistant city manager, that's it? No economic development or any other part of that
Well,
title?
No, I mean, officially, no.
Okay, good.
Because part of what attracted them to work here was not being placed by title in just one realm of operations. Again, Amanda comes to us with a great deal of community development experience, and her initial portfolio will be community development, again, sort of filling the role of Gloria Stearns, but expanding it to do other things. And Trevin's title is assistant to the city manager. He's a little bit less experienced than Amanda. They both have master's degrees. But again, one of the negotiating points was he really didn't want an assistant to the city manager for economic development title, though that will be his initial portfolio.
Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's excellent news.
So,
And then Ashley's title then,
Is-
Craig, is
is-
what?
is the same, but both Ashley and Amanda have the same title, assistant
Okay.
city manager.
Okay, that's where I was confused.
And
Yeah,
Ashley's last name again?
is Colick,
Pollock.
Collick. Again, she's been with us for about 5 years. She's beloved in the organization. She doesn't yet have a master's, but we've made that a condition of her continued employment. So she's going to go off and get a master's in public administration. So she will be in the city manager's office, and she will be, again, initial portfolio is more of the assistant city manager for general, sort of generalist assistant city manager task. My job is one of my jobs is to prepare young professionals for this profession. And so far, 12 people who have reported to me have become city managers or county administrators. And I'm trying to get to, I don't know, I guess 15 with those 3 new people.
Wow.
That's
Wonderful.
great. That's
The
great.
city
And I,
The city
currently
manager's
work
office is getting quite crowded, Craig.
Well, I don't know. This city has an ambitious agenda.
Yes.
And again, as we went through the recruitment process, these are multiple, 5 or 6 people on multiple panels. And at the end, they were like, don't let those other 2 get away. And I was like, well, we could go through the process of hiring, of doing a recruitment for, economic development program manager or community development director. And they're like, no, these people have the experience and they can be more for this organization community. Go get them. So I went and got them.
Yeah.
very, very good.
Very
And
smart.
I currently work with Ashley now on the vaccine action team. So it's been a pleasure. So that's great. Is there any other questions for our city manager?
No,
And then
thank
I'll
you.
leave.
Okay,
So again, I will give them the work plan upon their arrival, and they will be ready to discuss moving forward with the work plan at your next meeting.
okay, great.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, I have nothing remaining on the agenda. This is kind of,
So could I ask for a relook at the work plan to make sure that we've fully, when we come back, we are clear on what the points to carry the work plan forward are, Joy? Would that be possible for us to briefly take a look, to refresh ourselves and to come back with the right perspective when the team comes on board?
I was going to ask for that. Thank you.
At a separate meeting?
No.
I'd be happy to have email draft sent out.
Yeah, I can do that. We can't really discuss it in depth or really at all because it's not on the agenda, but I
Right.
expect to place this on the next agenda
Mhm.
and you'll have it in advance and you'll be discussing it with Trevor and Amanda at a minimum.
That's perfect. Okay, so
Perfect.
we'll, yeah.
Thank you. And Craig and Dominique, I want to make sure if we want to propose an item for the agenda, can we reach out to Joy and you to have that placed on the agenda? Is that the process?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, it would be best if you spoke with Joy as the chair and then she'll get in touch with Dominique and or me.
Yes, very good. All
Perfect.
right. That's really good to know, and we'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So thank you all for your time today. I know that we didn't have a lot to cover, but at least we are up to speed now on staffing, and we're excited about that. So good work, Craig. Thank you.
This
One
is
last
very
point.
important news. Yes.
One last point. So Craig, we'll expect the email from you on the work plan. Is that correct, or
That's
Dominique?
correct.
Sure,
Okay.
Dominique.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Okay, no, hold on. I'm sorry. It'll come from Dominique.
Okay, good. I just wanted to clarify so that I get 120 emails. I want to be sure I focus in on the right name.
There you go. Okay, having no other items on the agenda, I'd like to call for an adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second that.
Second.
All right.